Did somebody say WeeaBoots? Because I think I just heard someone say WeeaBoots. Hey, you're listening to WeeaBoots, the anime review podcast from GigaBoots.com. I'm your host, Dan Video Games, and with me is Bob. Hey, guys. From GigaBoots. And Halcyon.
Row, fight the power.
From Halcyon.
Yes.
Hey, guys. We watched some anime to tide us off until next week where we'll review some new anime.
New anime sucks. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
If it's past like 1999, if it wasn't on Toonami, it's fucking garbage.
If it wasn't on Toonami, it's fucking
And not even like
garbage.
new Toonami. Fuck new Toonami.
No, oh man.
Yeah.
That's just all the old stuff anyway. It's good.
Yeah.
Doesn't it have Space Dandy?
What about Space Dandy?
I'm just saying.
That was
like,
released in
new Toonami.
99, right?
Oh. One of you is lying to yourself, and the other just kind of called Space Dandy garbage. I don't know which one of you is more delusional right now, but in any case, thank you for listening to WeeaBoots. Today we're going to be reviewing...
Podcast over.
Yep, thank you. Good night, everybody. Today we're going to be reviewing Sword of the Stranger and Redline, both of which are anime movies. Bob, when are these movies from?
I feel really bad. I did not write that down.
Okay.
2007 for one of them, and I think 2010 for the second for Redline.
I feel like it was 2011, but
I thought
Yeah,
it was
I think-
2010, but...
2010 or 2011. It's one of those for Redline, and
Okay.
then Sword of Stranger was 2007.
So which do you... I say we start off strong. Let's talk about Redline. Hey,
Oh.
guys.
hey,
Redline's a movie.
It was.
Redline, as it turns out, is kind of F-Zero meets Mad Max in the most crazy militarized war zone possible.
With a dash of the live-action Speed Racer in there.
Yeah, a little dash. They didn't turn into full bubble mode and roll
Yeah.
around for a bit, which is very disappointing, let me tell you.
Yeah, and there were no Vikings that were like flipping around with morning stars attached to their cars, smashing other vehicles.
Vikings? I thought those were only in... What was the dumb sports joke in fucking Pokemon the movie?
Wisconsin, I think.
Minnesota, Wisconsin.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, they're mostly in Minnesota.
Dumb jokes.
Get me out of here.
Dumb jokes? Or check this out, dumb jokes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, in any case, Redline.
It's awesome.
Who made it, Bob?
It is from the director Takashi Koike, who also directed the new Fujiko Mine-based Lupin movies.
Fujiko Mine?
Mine.
They made an explosive
There you go.
out
Look.
of Fujiko?
Okay,
That
so
stuff is still in my head.
he directed the Jigen film, he directed the Goemon film, and he was the producer and character designer for
yeah.
Fujiko Mine. There you
Yes. And also he did a world record from the Animatrix, which
Which everyone has seen.
someone might remember.
go. Yeah.
I honestly find it weird. I don't own a Blu-ray version of the
That's because there
Animatrix.
isn't a Blu-ray version unless you buy
There
the
we
box
go.
set.
Wow.
And I didn't want to buy all the movies again because I don't even like most of
Yeah.
the Animatrix even.
See, I like most of the Animatrix. I just didn't want to own the two sequels to the Matrix.
Why? The second Matrix movie is very enjoyable. I'm not going to say good. You can't trick me into saying good. And the third movie has the best joke in cinema history.
Okay, that. I'm so assuming you're talking about the looping
Yeah,
train
the
station.
fucking train man.
Hey, did that come up like in 2 WeeaBoots podcasts in a row? I feel like we talked about this on the last
no.
one.
Probably did. I
No,
don't-
no, that
Okay.
doesn't sound like
Anyway,
Dan bringing up the Matrix now.
Interestingly enough, this isn't based on a manga or anything else, but it does have an original creator who did like the soundtrack, the script, a ton of other things.
Character
Are you
designs.
fucking real?
Yeah.
The original creator made the script and the soundtrack.
Yes.
Jesus.
And he is Katsuhito Ishii.
So does he run Japan by now, or
He did the character design for Kill Bill Chapter 3, the anime part of Kill Bill.
no shit?
Right? He actually directed some live action movies. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the did the original concept for Gambo.
We need to go we really need to go and find those live action movies, is what I'm hearing. Because good goddamn.
And the animation is done by Studio Madhouse, who I don't think we need to introduce.
No,
no.
it's, I mean, what's Madhouse? What did they do? Guys, this is an anime review podcast. I'm not sure if you realize this, but some people probably came to this episode straight from the, oh man, what's the new anime done by the Oremo guy?
The what?
Oremo.
Oh, shit. Arrow Manga Sensei?
There we go.
Ah.
Yeah, so they just came here from Arrow Manga Sensei. What's Madhouse? What have they done?
I think
why
they did
should
some
people-
gay-ass thing called Ninja Scroll?
That's
For
dumb.
gays?
Ninja Scroll for gays. Okay, I've heard of that.
Yeah,
That sounds gay.
But no, Madhouse, top-tier animation studio. They make all the prettiest shit that isn't done by Kyoto Animation.
Or Bones.
Right.
Which, not to toss shade here. Madhouse and Kyoto so outclass Bones.
It's true.
It is.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, those guys.
I mean, there's
It's
nothing
not
wrong. There's nothing
fair.
wrong with third place.
Right.
You bring home the bronze, you still get to brag about it.
But second's not a winner, and 3 no one remembers.
But it's better than the shitty participation ribbon.
That's true. So about makes the prettiest goddamn shit. This anime is incredibly well animated.
Yeah.
Like, in a way where it's just like, I don't give a shit if you're into anime. Just fucking watch this. Like, it looks so good.
Yeah, I actually have a hard time looking away from it. Like,
Yeah.
my eyes are kind of glued to the screen the entire time because
Yeah.
there's constantly motion in every single frame. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
the dialogue's written that way too, where you can tell, like, they're thinking through the scene for every character in it. Like, because a lot of things, like, the dialogue doesn't flow well, or, like, these characters who are prominent on screen are just visual distractions. But, like, they script, like, there's that shot of them placing bets before Redline takes place. There are, like, 6 characters on screen, and at every moment, each character changes, like, the focus of the shot, basically, to do a thing. To the point where, like, if you're not paying attention to the entire thing, the end of that scene is the children biting into the nuclear fucking thing and going, it's too hot!
yeah, there's
It's
just
good.
so much.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, like visually, it is so dense with like information, and it's like there's things constantly moving. There's it's so hyper stylized, and
Yeah,
like and there's like references all over the place to like film and anime, and just
Yeah.
like I said, it is visually dense with information, and it's just
And I really
so cool.
And I really like its style too. It's got like an inky black contrasty style, almost like like the negative blackness of the screen is the starting point and everything else is built on that.
Yeah.
In a really cool way. Like, it's so great.
Yeah, it is visually fantastic. It is so gorgeous. And I'm pretty sure that movie didn't do well in the Japanese box office because, of course, it's experimental and cool, and Japan doesn't like anything that doesn't focus on a half-naked 12-year-old girl, so thanks, Japan. You're just as bad as our fucking film industry and our fucking audiences.
I'm like trying to think about it. I'm like, I don't know which is worse. If Marvel
We're
would
on
just-
Transformers 5.
if Marvel would just make one movie that was a good character study, just one, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, fair enough.
I feel like Winter Soldier had some good character study moments for
Like, you're like moments, like not the whole
Yeah.
movie, just like a couple moments where it's like, oh, they're developing him as a person.
They
and,
can't
like,
do a whole movie like that, Dan. That's dangerous.
people get bored. We need to like blow up colonies.
Jessica Jones. That's pretty much just a 13 episode.
But that's not a
character-
movie.
right? But I mean, it was a huge hit. Yeah.
Right, but it wasn't in theaters.
True.
So Disney's like, whatever.
I would say like
you go do your Netflix thing like we care.
right. Let's say,
And then I hear that they keep attaching these other horrible Netflix series to it.
just that one, just fucking Iron Fist.
What about Luke Cage?
Luke Cage is interesting at very least.
Okay.
Like, it falls up narratively, it falls apart in the second half, but like it's got a lot of style, it's got like great ideas and great characters. It's just the story fucking fell apart in the second half. But yeah, the fucking Iron Fist was garbage from episode 1 to episode 13.
I heard Luke Cage was the ukulele of Marvel Universe series.
I think we're getting really off base again, guys.
No.
Like, I'm still trying to get over having played ukulele yesterday.
Yeah,
You know, I was flushing that out of my system. I was detoxing from it, and you had to go and bring it
and
back.
just
out.
crack open this canister of nuclear waste, spray it all over the place. But yeah, Redline's really good. Like really good. It has interesting character designs. It has interesting mecha designs for the fucking cars, and people are like, the cars are mechs, and I'm like, no. When I say mecha, I mean actual mecha, sir. Mechanical designs. Thank you.
Well, not that the cars aren't mechs.
Yeah, there is
Some are.
Yes, some cars are
just giant boobed like mech girls that
so
do
good.
kung fu shit.
Yeah, like all the characters in this are full of so much personality. They have all these really great designs to them.
Yeah.
It's
Like every single
Yeah.
entrant in Redline, which there are about 8 different distinct racers, and some of them are duos. They're all really greatly developed. Like,
I love how sometimes they'll shove development in just in like a random line the announcer says, like, oh yeah, they come from the land of, or this planet that's ruled by a queen who can use magic. It's like, wait, what?
yeah, it's just like, oh my god, it's just there's so much going on in this movie at all times.
And,
Like,
it's not in a way where the movie's distracting
Yeah.
or like treating you like an ADD adult child.
It kind of reminds me like, did you ever see Dead Leaves?
No, I still have not seen Dead Leaves. You were like, I have it on UMD, and I'm like,
I mean, I have it on DVD now, but
right.
but
The definitive way to watch anything, we all know, is UMD.
right.
Oh God, we can do really high quality recordings now.
Oh god, no.
I'm gonna need a DVD version, a Blu-ray version, a UMD version of something.
Spider-Man 2.
Okay.
There you go. Boom. So
Yeah.
like I would say Deadly stylistically is like the in-between point of Redline and Fooly Cooly. Like it's kind of somewhere in between. But yeah, it's kind of that same thing where it's like it's a lot of rapid fire information, there's a lot of weird shit going on, there's a lot of cool stuff going on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every part of Dead Leaves I've seen, it's a lot of weird shit going on.
But yeah, it's Redline is just so out there. Like it makes sense. It makes cogent sense.
And yet, while being that fucking crazy, they make good motivation for these characters, or at least the main character.
Yeah. The main character has like his motivation. Every once in just kind of like it seems like there's a racer, like you know, they wanna be
Believable
there. Yeah,
in some way.
Yeah,
No matter how fucking ludicrous the characters are. Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you have like that one duo that was like an idol team. Like there were like 2 idol girls, and they had like their fucking robot mech thing. It's just like every character was like memorable. And you had like the superhero guys.
Yeah.
Who have like that one Lupin parody moment for like 5 or like 2 seconds.
Yeah, what was it? Johnny Boya and Haunch Man?
Something like that.
Some fucking shit like that. It was
insanity.
so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
And they run around like idiots. And apparently deflect bullets too. I don't know.
Yeah, like every
so
single
much.
like I feel like so many characters in this could have their anime.
Right? That's what it feels like an ensemble film, but there's no other films.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's kind of like Wacky Racers, except you know, instead of pulling from all these different properties, no, they just made up all this shit off the top of their heads, completely unique to this film.
Yeah.
Like I would totally watch like the 10 spin-off animes that this hypothetically could have produced.
Yeah. Which would have been great. But instead we live in the world where this isn't like an anime classic, at least as far as I've heard.
Yeah, it seems like one of those things like everyone who's seen it agrees, yeah, Redline's fucking amazing. But
So few people have seen it, and it's hard to convince people. Because, like, here's the thing, right? And I've been on the other side of this. I didn't watch Initial D for, like, a decade. Because I'm like, I'm not watching a dumb racing anime. But then I watched Initial D, and I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a shonen anime.
Yeah, it's great.
I get it.
But yeah,
So the pecking order, just so we're clear, goes Yu Yu Hakusho, Initial D, DBZ.
where's Hunter x Hunter in that?
Nope.
We'll fist fight later.
Okay, that sounds fine. Yeah, this really is like, hey asshole, did you get a new TV? Did you get a new monitor? Did you get something that's really pretty to look at pretty things on? You owe it to yourself to fucking buy this movie.
Yeah.
Which you still can?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is still in print.
I guess I should have checked that at some other point, but here we go.
Yeah,
Go to Amazon right now.
Beep boop bot da da but but. This is our smartphone.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure this is licensed by Manga Entertainment, which is distributing it through Anchor Bay, which means it should still be in print.
I hate how much faster your phone is at everything.
Redline energy drink. I don't think I want that.
That is the thing, though.
Okay.
So maybe watch.
It's
$11
on
Holy
Blu-ray.
shit! Yeah.
Hey, asshole who's listening to this, fucking buy this. It's only $11.
Yeah, $11 You can see a totally awesome as hell movie.
I mean, seriously, this is like it should be an anime classic. Mm-hmm. It's
right.
so fucking good. Like the movie doesn't overstay its welcome. There aren't any characters written into it that you just want to choke because they're so annoying. The best part is this is like a crazy high-end racing circuit that the main character gets into. Mm-hmm. And apparently, to raise the stakes even higher, they decide to hold the Redline on a planet that like labels them all criminals and won't let them race on it.
Yeah, they're like we're not gonna have the red line taking place. We're not gonna have these
it's
people.
It's called Robo World.
Yeah,
they have the dumbest robot bodies ever.
Yes, they're like humans that have like shoved random metal pieces all over themselves,
right? And it's so good. They're like, those bastards aren't gonna race on our goddamn planet. So they have like an orbital cannon that they have set up to blow them the fuck up. And this whole thing, it's just like, yeah, we're gonna race on you, fuck you. Like, we just don't give a shit. So much of this movie is military action by Robo World to stop the race. And Robo World is so good. The military organization makes me laugh so fucking much. What was it? One of the lines in it, they use an interdimensional portal, and they're like, what? That thing is only, or how dare they use that
that technology that only exists in Siri?
Yeah,
to teleport into our planet.
Yeah,
they're just not even amazed that it exists.
No,
they're just pissed that they took something out of the realm of like theoretical physics into real ass happening physics to race on their damn planet. They're mostly pissed about the last few words of that sentence.
Yeah, it is. Like, I think I brought it up whenever we were watching it, because it just reminds me of just, you know, like how every, like, country, whenever it's like, oh, we're going to house the Olympics, but, like, everyone hates it when the Olympics shows up in their territory, because it's like,
and now
they're the ones that are willing to take that military action against
right? And it's just like this is how I imagine, like, oh, yeah, the next Olympics is going to be in North Korea.
And North Korea has any weapons that are scary, in the least.
And they've probably turned themselves into machines, let's be honest.
Right. Man, yeah.
You mean they're not robots? I just always assumed they were.
They can't afford to be robots. Yeah, it's oh man. You really don't have to like racing to be into it.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah, that's
like, and that may be part of why it did poorly. Like, you know, it's an anime that's about a race.
Yeah, but I feel like Initial D was really popular in Japan. I mean, it went on for so many seasons and got movies.
But it's a high schooler boy, and it's about drift racing.
Right, it's about a very real part of racing and a lot of culture.
I just feel like, you see the trailer for this, and you should automatically be like, I need to see this movie.
I don't know what the trailer for this movie looks like. I just watched
I don't care what the hell the trailer. It's like, as long as it's showing footage from this movie,
you could show any minute and a half straight,
right?
Yeah,
and that should work.
I feel like that's what they did.
Yeah, just show any minute and a half. Like, just God, this movie sells itself. I feel like it's just so, just automatically cool to look at. You should just be like, I need to see this immediately.
Yeah, I really can't understate how much it should be a part of every person who's a remote fan of anime's collection. Like, I'm now like $11. I should buy that, and Bob owns it.
Right? Yeah, and I own it as well.
Right? It's $11. I'm a dipshit for not owning that. Like, that's one of the best movies I've ever seen. Like, fuck anime. Like, this transcends all visual format, storytelling, all of it. This is one of the best one of those.
Yeah, it's a nice complete package. It's a self-contained story, great characters, cool story, cool ideas, just everything about this. Because it reminds me kind of like how Shinichiro Watanabe, like, you know, how he just makes these really cool worlds with these really cool characters and it's really densely packed.
And he also makes Terran Resonance sometimes, apparently.
Yeah, like that happened that one time. But yeah, it just reminds you of like kind of like, you know, Watanabe's like core canon of like, you know, those 3 shows he made of Space Dandy, Cowboy Bebop, Shampoo. It's super cool about kind of like this deadbeat character who is still also kind of cool regardless of how...
But also dumb?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's a sort of casual cool.
Yeah. It's just, he's a very grounded, realistic kind of cool. He isn't just like, look how cool I am. He is... He is just kind of inherently cool, but he's also just... He's kind of broke. He's not exactly like cool by like those standards, but just... He just exudes coolness. So you want to be that guy, even though he's broke as shit. And
there's a thing I hear a lot where it's like, chicks really like it when a guy is passionate about a thing.
Yeah, and that's it.
He exudes that. Whatever je ne sais quoi.
And I love the fact that like he's so passionate about this because he's inspired by the other, like the girl character from this movie, and like who becomes his love interest. Like he saw her race years ago when he was a teenager, and that just seeing her passion, determination, her drive, it was just like that inspired him to want to be like that fucking cool.
That and the golden badass driving a golden car with 2 bitches riding next to him. That might have had a slight
just a smidge,
little effect on his adolescent brain.
It's just, oh god, the way this movie just relays information, just, you know, like when you have like the narrators and like the people like reporting on the Redline and reporting on these different characters, just kind of rapid firing out like information about these characters in this world.
So funny all the time.
Yeah, it is constantly humorous.
There's like a military member of Robo World who was like upset the 2 guys came to race on his planet, and he just starts crying and trying to beat the shit out of them. And he thoroughly thrashes one of them, and he's just crying the whole time, screaming like an envious lover. So good.
Yeah,
you get the communication, you get the information, you get this character expression, and you also get humor.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, all the characters seem to have that. Like, there's so much
built into them.
Like quirks that they have and little things you see just by looking at them and how they act.
Nuance.
Like, you know, the weird fish guy who is tied to that other guy I was just talking about, where he was like eating the seafood and really gross and like just eating someone else's food. In that one dialogue, he expresses so much of himself.
Right.
Yeah,
and the mob boss who's like always rubbing like drugs in his teeth.
In his gums and shit.
Like, man, it's so
disgusting.
It's gross, but it's also super interesting.
Yeah, because it's just like every character feels unique, 100% different, but completely grounded. Like you can see them being a person.
Right.
And they all have, like, they're all
Californians.
They're all cool.
They all have too much money in coke.
Right? Yeah, it's just, like, and like just, like, there are actually, like, little characters, like that one crab face dude, like, you know, or lobster face guy, like, you know, he actually knows the main character, and, like, just some characters know each other, some characters don't, and it's just...
Yeah, it builds itself out super well. What was it? One of my favorite one of my favorite jokes, or moments, I guess, because it's not the funniest joke. One of my favorite moments is when the chick rival of the main character is watching the news, and every racer's getting a segment, and when it comes to hers, they're like, her passion for engines, and it's a really low shot of her ass, and she's just like, nice shot of my ass, guys.
Yeah.
And then she leans back and she's topless.
Yeah,
and I'm like, movie, what?
Right?
Like, she's just pissed about them exploiting.
And then the movie is exploiting her directly. It's just,
like, haha, you want to watch this, don't you, audience? This character doesn't like you.
And she's the only one that's naked in the entire movie. That's the only nude scene.
And it's not like anyone else is around to ogle it, except for you, the viewer.
Yeah, it is purely there.
And the movie's making commentary via her about the idea of you. Right before making you that idea.
Right? It's good. It's a really smart movie. Yeah. This movie is just, it's so smart and well structured on so many fucking levels. God damn it. Just... Like, I don't know what else to say about this movie other than just go fucking watch Redline.
It's fucking brilliant. It's that type of brilliant where it's not super pretentious. It's fucking brilliant in the way where they have some crazy shit. Shit is really real for these characters, but then they have giant secret weapons called Funky Boy.
Oh my
Let's
god!
not talk too much about
Yeah,
Funky
let's not ruin Funky Boy.
I'm not going to ruin Funky Boy, but he's brought up pretty, like a third in, and they're like, they just reference him.
Yeah.
About as much as I have. So
Right.
I'm not going to...
Right.
I'm not going to divulge what Funky Boy is and the conclusion of that arc, which is insane. Like, that is the pinnacle of fucking anime insanity.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this whole thing's fucking brilliant. Goddamn, I wish there was a game based on this. This made me think, man, I wish Japan made racing games still.
You're right.
Or even just Criterion, Burnout.
Yeah, this is easily just a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, this is a perfect movie. Like,
Yeah,
when I think of, like, just, like, movies that just perfectly hit everything it's trying to do and just takes it to the fucking extreme. Yeah, like, this movie is perfect.
Yeah, Redline is the pinnacle. I don't know what I would like. I think the only thing negative I came away with is we were watching. They included an animated short that was the pitch trailer for it,
Right,
to get it funded. And I heard the Japanese voice for the main character, and I was like, oh, he sounds a bit goofy and a bit like trashy.
Yeah.
Kind of like high school doofus, like bully almost. And I was like, okay, I can see like how that is this main character. And then I started to question casting the beautiful sounding Patrick Seitz.
Yeah, he sounded just a little too cool. Like it's
Because he's trying to sound like Crispin Freeman, which is his whole fucking career.
Right, but
Sorry, Patrick.
I can't be upset at Patrick Seitz main character though. It's just I'm too biased.
Yeah, I mean, it's like being like upset about like Stephen Bloom.
Right,
Like,
right.
You can't bitch about
You
him.
just can't. You're like, oh, he's here. That's me.
Yay.
Thank you.
So
You
yeah,
notice how Patrick Seitz hit that and Stephen Bloom's hit that, but I don't feel like Crispin Freeman hit that. When Crispin Freeman started showing up and shit, it's just like, man, this high school boy has an unbelievably deep voice.
see, whenever I think of characters with unbelievably deep voices that don't fit or don't make sense, I think of Konocha, where Jerry Jewell is voicing like this 8-year-old.
I have
That's
to go.
good.
Okay, Agro's
Thanks
brother.
for watching this episode of WeeaBoots.
What was it like? Agro's brother referred to that anime as like what was that anime with the 8-year-old with the sexy man voice?
Thanks for watching this episode of WeeaBoots. Maybe don't watch Sword of the Stranger. Definitely buy Redline. See you later.
Bye.
So, just so we're not jacking off Redline for any longer, let's talk about Sword of the Stranger. I spoiled things a bit there, but let's talk about Sword of the Stranger. Is a story about a samurai who is hired
Right.
to protect the kid
Yep.
and his dog.
Yep.
So they travel Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're Chinamen.
They're trying.
And the Chinese are up to no good.
Oh, should I read the information?
Oh, yeah.
For,
Oh, yeah.
Who made Sword of the Stranger, Bob?
We need
Sword
this
of the
info.
Strangelove.
Who is the Doctor
it
of
was-
Strange Sword?
The director was Masahiro Ando, who worked on Blast of Tempest, and also worked on Under the Dog, which is that kickstarted OVA project from a few years ago. I don't know.
that come out?
I don't think it's actually out yet. I did put it on here because like that's probably a touchstone for a decent number of people.
Yeah.
When's the Red Ash anime coming out?
Well, that's actually real. I mean,
I know.
right?
So I'm like curious.
And it's animated by Bones.
Yep.
Yep, third place.
So third
What?
he's Bones, third place
Oh,
anime
yeah.
production.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Toei may outclass them for third place totally.
No, Toei is last place forever. They earned that medal.
They worked hard for it.
But every so often, they do have a few great animators on their staff.
But I disagree with the comments of Halcyon right now.
Hey, man, Sheeta and fucking Tate
We've
are
been in
awesome.
the room while he pointed and said this looked good, and we disagreed.
I feel like
I feel like
maybe
this
there
is
was some early stuff in Z that was great looking. Like
No.
maybe
No.
somewhere in there was a nice scene.
Nah, dog.
But that was what 20 years ago.
Great. Now, like, after this, I'm just showing you motherfuckers some Sakuga from Super.
I'm just gonna play Boy Booty Ditch.
What was
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, what did you think of Sword of the
Sword of the Stranger has some really great fight scenes.
It is.
And
is.
nothing worthwhile between them.
Yeah, there is. Oh my god, like this is like the opposite of Redline in a way where I just feel like so much of this movie wastes my fucking time.
Yeah, you remember earlier when I said they don't have a character in it that just is annoying?
Oh yeah, the kid is super annoying.
Yeah.
He's
Like-
an accurate representation of a child.
Right? Like at some point, like halfway through the movie, the conversations between the kid and the main character start become somewhat endearing, but that is far too late at that point.
And it doesn't really stay there
No.
for the rest of it, per
No.
se.
No.
Thing is, I'm just, oh god, the kid had so much fucking screen time. Like, okay, a lot of the dialogues between the kid and the samurai, it just feels like such stock generic. What you would have those like you know, stoic samurai and annoying kid. Like, what interactions are those characters going to have?
Yeah.
Yeah, to add on to what Bob said, I didn't even like the fight scenes that much. I would say there were like 2, maybe 3 really great ones.
I feel like all the best ones are at the very end.
There's
The-
one
the-
at
the
the
beginning
beginning.
one.
And then I think there are like 1 or 2 in the middle/end, mostly the end. But like that's the thing. Like I didn't even think that it was like, oh man, people need to see this shit. Now, admittedly, we just watched Redline, so my standard for shit that I feel the need to make people watch is a little high at the moment.
Right.
But yeah, I so like there is absolutely nothing to watch this anime for if not for the fight scenes.
Yeah, even like you were pointing out that when we were watching, the music really isn't good either.
Yeah, the music's fucking bad.
Like,
It's just so like this is like what would you call that? A Broadway play. It's a play.
It feels like it's just a generic soundtrack.
Yeah,
it's
it's just
on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
so
really
generic.
weird. It's like Japan the song,
it's
and I'm like, I get it. You're in the feudal Japan. Fuck.
Yeah,
And then it
it's so
doesn't
fucking
fit.
majestic.
Right, it doesn't even hit that sort of feel to it for me. Like,
Oh
it
no,
just-
there's like, go ahead.
yeah, it feels too orchestra-y.
Yeah.
Something about it just doesn't feel like heavily Japanese. Like if it had the drums you normally hear, or
Yeah, there's no
any
like
of the-
taiko
or
drums
flutes.
or like shamizens or anything. It's just
it-
it just
went-
feels like generic orchestral film soundtrack.
I mean, it doesn't have that authentic earthy
And
indie
and
early Japan feel, but it does feel like how a Hollywood version of like Majesty of Ancient Japan would
it's-
sound.
And the
It
music
feels
is
like the
even well
Mulan,
placed.
almost.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
the Hollywood version of
that's-
Asia.
okay. I
Yeah.
see.
Okay,
I just-
if I fucking megafied away Asia, you're like, yeah.
But yeah,
But yeah,
And the weird thing was
it doesn't
that
even
this-
fucking fit the scene.
this also had
Yeah,
one of
it's
those
horribly
weird like
placed.
OVA thing or pilot OVA things, and that had better music.
Yeah,
It did.
That was weird.
Yeah, that music
was-
had like a lot of energy to it. Yeah, it had a style and flavor to it that the actual movie soundtrack just didn't. That was kind of disappointing.
It's weird because like that could really have. I feel like that could have helped the movie a lot during those sequences.
Yeah.
It could have helped. I find it interesting that the major plot twist in the movie is so minor, involving coloring of things. I'm not going to spoil it too much, but like that's the major plot twist of the whole film, I feel, and I'm just like, wow,
Yeah, it didn't really seem to matter that much.
Yeah.
right? Like, but it was supposed to be a twist and a change in the moment, and it happened in the second act.
It's true. I don't even know if
It's the only thing in the movie that's a twist. Like everything else is, well, yeah, you kind of created the need for this. Like, if these people are after you, of course there's a reason. Oh, the
Right.
reason is that? Okay, it's dumb, but religious cults, you know? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
And then, like, there's no good characters. Not a one. There's not even, like, okay, so they're building a giant thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's no, like, even small dialogue for villagers or anyone else, like Japanese officials seeing this giant thing and being like, what the hell is that? What are these supplies getting used for? Like, there's no good,
Yeah, it's just
realistic,
It's
like,
just-
good feeling dialogue.
Yeah, no, it's just
Anyway.
the Lord is like, yeah, they're sure doing that. And it's like,
yeah,
okay.
it's just like Because I don't think the Chinese are just allowed to roll up into Japan and start building. I mean, they
that time was a little special for Japan-China relations.
They make reference to how it's weird that the shogun or whatever, not shogun, the leader of the village, is letting them do all this, and then we're supposed to be like, oh, is he planning to like lure them in and then do something? Like we don't really know, like. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, there's just not much.
Okay, that's one of the problems this movie has. It's like, it takes a while to actually do the big reveal of what's going on, and then by the time it's revealed, it's like, that wasn't even really worth keeping a secret. It was just
right. You just kind of played aloof for no reason.
Yeah,
they sort of revealed it. I'm like, okay.
That was really cool when they coated all that in chicken blood.
Yeah, they coat this giant fucking structure in chicken blood, and it's like, man.
That was probably one of the more interesting things in this movie. Was
mostly
the
because of the quantity, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of fucking chicken blood.
Because using any moderate amount of chicken blood would have been like, yep, you wrote a cult. Good job. Yeah, this so I did not remember this movie, period.
Right.
I remember a joke I made while watching this movie years ago. I did not remember the movie around it. There's a reason for that.
The only thing I remember about that movie from the first time I watched it years ago was I really liked the fight scene at the end. I thought that that final fight scene I thought was pretty cool. And that's about it. You know?
Yeah, and that's sort of the thing. Like I remembered parts of the ending fight scene too. Right. So when we got there and I was like, oh
yeah, it's just
right.
It's
because
cool.
Effectively, we could have come back tomorrow night to record this episode of WeeaBoots and not remembered basically the entire movie around it. It is that forgettable. None of the dialogue has any impact.
Yeah,
it's all stockholder like.
Right. I mean, I remember the basic plot points of the Chinese are bad. They have some medicine that makes them pain proof.
Yeah.
And then there's some cool fights.
Jeez, it's like Bob, spoilers. That was like the only.
That's like one of the first things.
Yeah, they show that off like so early.
What? Nah.
Yeah. So okay, one of the things that they do for like the two main the no-name samurai and the
foreigner.
Yeah, the foreigner from the Chinese cult. So one of the things that they bring up is that they're both probably foreigners. And the samurai has like red hair that they reveal in the mid part of the movie. And that has
what Dan was just trying to avoid.
I don't give a shit, dude. It doesn't fucking matter because it never fucking builds to anything.
It's true.
It doesn't go anywhere.
I feel like I knew that in the promotional stuff they released back.
It's something that they friggin' that they introduce oh look, it's something that makes this character unique or different, but it never goes anywhere. It's not like a meaningful reveal. It's just oh, his hair is actually red and he dyes it black.
And he dyes it so it doesn't even affect him because people don't even notice because he's always had to die.
But at the point where, and I was actually about to go into this and I was gonna say hey, if you for some reason don't want to have this spoiled, maybe skip the next part. But yeah, he's just fucking Kenshin. He killed for. He killed to end the war, basically, so that way other people could take power, and he feels guilty about it.
Right.
So he ties his sword into his sheath.
Yeah.
And then he dyes his red hair black.
That he doesn't have any sort of oaths around that, though.
Yeah.
He still kills people. The opening scene, he murders a guy with his sheath.
Yeah. So not drawing his sword doesn't really mean anything. And then you have the foreigner, it's they mention he's a foreigner amongst the Chinese themselves, but that doesn't go anywhere. That doesn't mean anything other than the fact that they have that parallel that these two characters are technically foreigners in their own lands. That's it.
Oh man, no, it serves so that way Kenshin has somebody who wants to fight him just for the thrill of the fight.
Yep.
It's
real deep.
Yeah, so the characters are almost
burnable refuse.
Oh man, I remember this movie being cool, and I mean there are some cool moments, but it's all action sequences, and the action sequences aren't frequent enough. Every time the movie stops to have character moments, they're not in service to the characters. They're just kind of padding dialogue.
The weird thing is if you were to talk about the good parts of this movie, right? I think it's 7 minutes.
I think
probably
just the fight scenes are probably over 7 minutes.
You think?
Yeah, I think because it's busted into them somewhat frequently. I'd say it'd probably be a.
Well, not every fight scene's great.
No, but I feel like most of them are actually pretty solid.
I feel you could probably. Okay, this movie is 102 minutes long.
Yeah, so an hour and
I feel
42
you could
minutes.
shave at least 25, 30 minutes, if not more.
You could fucking chop the thing down to 10. Like, Bob's arguing whether or not it's 7. It's definitely...
I mean, if you want to tell a story, I mean...
There's no fucking way 20 minutes of that piece of shit was worth watching. Zero chance.
I mean, like, I don't know. I feel like there's about 20 minutes that you could just...
How long
can
do
make
you
a
two
cogent-
think that intro sequence is?
Probably like 3 minutes.
Okay, how
Yeah.
long do you think the final battle is?
Probably about 4 minutes.
I was going to say 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say that final battle felt like was fairly.
Oh,
long.
you mean like the whole battle, not just the final sword fight?
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole
with
climax-
cutting out the,
With all the
moments
bullshit.
where it stops
Yeah, I'm about to say,
being
because
fights.
one dude with the spear, like, his fight was pretty cool, too. I liked him.
Yeah, I like most of that ending chunks.
Actually,
I feel
okay.
like that was like probably 10 minutes or so in that final battle with some pretty decent stuff.
Spear wielder with the sideburns. I
Yeah.
liked his character.
Yeah.
He was pretty cool.
He was okay.
He's like the one good character in the entire movie.
I wouldn't say he was a character, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
what was his thing? What's his defining trait?
He trained people in that one dojo.
He wanted to rule stuff, but not too much. But he wanted to rule stuff.
He also wanted to rock stuff. He wanted to rock and rule.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So, I don't know. He's like the closest thing to an interesting character or a character at all.
In as much as the screensaver is
Actually,
the
I take
closest
it back.
thing to
I take it back. The most interesting character is Toby Maru, the dog. He
Yeah.
was awesome. He rips people's throats out. He saves the kid. He was cool as shit.
He is cool as shit, and apparently can undo knots.
Yes,
Yes.
he's that good.
Toby Maguire's a champ.
Yeah.
This movie's really bad. This is the worst Bones movie I've ever seen easily.
Yeah, probably.
Halcyon's like, let's talk about the Conqueror of Shambhala. It's like, fucking what?
That Star of Milos movie. I'd have to see it again.
Which one?
It's the other
Yeah,
Full
that's-
Metal Alchemist.
I
movie.
haven't seen it at all.
Yeah, you
so
haven't.
Yeah.
That says a lot that you guys didn't convince me to watch it. I feel like you said enough.
I think it's
comment.
entertaining.
See that? Did you hear that voice he made?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's full of like a lot of really cool ideas and characters and stuff, which is something that this movie doesn't have. So.
Well, yeah. I mean,
yeah, because that's the thing.
But
Like, there's
guys,
really nothing.
evil China guys, evil Chinamen. It's
Yeah, it's just
they all have different weapons.
Like
I just wish they were American Hollywood racist when it comes to the evil Chinamen. Like, because they're already racist. But yeah, whatever. This movie's bad. Oh man.
I mean, we're gonna get so many fucking comments. What are you talking about? Sword of the Stranger was such a great movie.
No
It
one
was
fucking
so
remembers
badass. And it's like,
If you've seen Sword of the Stranger, please leave a comment below because I am fucking curious if any of you motherfuckers have fucking seen it. Because damn.
yeah, I mean, it's a little bit more scary. I mean, Funimation, I think, just re-released it or is re-releasing it. So
yeah, I remember I got psyched when it was first coming out because it was Bones, and I saw all the trailers were just, of course, fight scenes. So it's
Yeah.
like, that's what I want to see.
yeah, it looks fucking rad as hell if you just have a trailer
Right?
and then you find out like, oh, there isn't actually a story to go along with all this action.
No, not really.
God damn it! Like this.
One thing
this is
I
the
did-
poor man's Ninja Scroll, is what this is.
One thing I did appreciate is how brutal some of the fight
Oh,
scenes
yeah.
you got.
Yeah.
Like they do not
I
hold
think
back
that's
at all.
the one thing with this movie.
Right? Like they're willing to just be like, yeah, no, he's
The arrow flew through his fucking skull and obliterated his goddamn head.
right.
I'm surprised they did it to a female character in that movie too.
And
Yeah.
what was it? That other scene where he strikes a dude in the fucking larynx with a goddamn
Yeah, that was
sheet.
great. Then like
good.
his head pretty much twists around. Like the brutality of the fight scenes makes them a little bit more visually interesting because a lot of films won't go that route.
And when they do,
Like-
it's usually cranked to 11 anime style.
yeah, it's just like
they
Ninja
exploded
Scroll,
in
where
the-
it's just like blood spraying everywhere.
Yeah,
Like
I
this
almost wish
felt
that,
it was
like-
a bit more visceral and more realistic in that way.
Like you were bringing up Ninja Scroll. I'm like, I almost wish that Ninja Scroll had fight scenes of this quality. Like there feels like they do so much in terms of like showing little techniques that they're doing and actually showing.
I don't know, man, because like Ninja Scroll's fight scenes have a lot of weight to them, like the way that they like when especially like that final battle on the boat.
Oh yeah,
like-
the final battle's real good. I'm not gonna.
I've never seen Ninja Scroll.
But yeah. But yeah.
Look, I had Project Eco. I had Pete.
What, have you guys not seen Wrath of the Ninja?
What's Wrath of the Ninja?
It's another one of those anime movies that was airing on Sci-Fi Channel back in those days that was too extreme for kids.
Yeah.
Here I was thinking the Sega CD game by Team Red Wolf. Revenge
of the Ninja. Kushimada ha!
You play as Kagimaru. Hey. So Redline's Project A tier.
Yeah,
Redline is so good. That's probably like that's gotta be one of my favorite movies ever. Like I've seen it 3 times now, and it's like every time I'm just so
like I can't.
enthralled.
The day we get an OLED TV, we're watching it again.
Right.
The day.
Yeah, that is just
It's beautiful.
such a good fucking movie. Ah.
But yeah, sort of Stranger is just I don't think it brings any novel ideas to any of it.
No.
Like there's not one in the whole thing.
It's almost like they try to avoid any possible novel ideas.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of like I don't know, like the casual anime fan like would probably end up like be like, what are you talking about? It's it's like there are so many people who will watch something that just it brings nothing new to the table, but it has like a couple of cool scenes, and a couple of cool scenes completely justifies it and makes them go, no, that was a pretty good movie, or it was an all right movie, or that movie was totally worth watching.
Now, I'm smiling, and I have been since Jay started this rant, because one of the longest running tropes of WeeaBoots is Halcyon constructs the most despicable anime fan. And I love it. Every time he's just like, these fucking cucks watching Sword Art Online.
Thing is, like, I see this shit so often in my comment section. Like, whenever I'll talk about something that's like, Aggro and I will talk about something that's pretty fucking abysmal, and they'll be like, no, like, it was pretty good, or it wasn't that bad, or I wouldn't say that was a 2. That was like at least a 5.
They're putting chemicals in the water that makes the anime gay. God damn it!
Yeah, so I just.
But yeah, no,
like,
I
yeah,
imagine.
because no matter what, like, you know, if anyone's seen Sword of Stranger, we're gonna get comments from these motherfuckers.
I'm looking forward to it.
We're gonna get comments from these motherfuckers that are gonna say, like, it wasn't that bad, it was pretty good.
I have to wonder if they're even
It isn't terrible. And it's like,
they're
we're
probably just like excited someone made a new YouTube video that popped up on their Google alerts that was like, somebody made a YouTube video about Sword of the Stranger. And they're like, oh boy, someone to talk to about this. And we're like, it's dog shit. And then they formulated over the next 3 hours their gigantic comic to leave.
Yeah, like, because, like, I will say, like, it's a good-looking movie. You know,
I actually don't think it looks good.
Really?
Yeah, like, it's more of a product of when it happened. Like, it's 1080p Blu-ray quality anime in 2008 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I honestly think, in a lot of ways, Zammed looks better.
Well, I mean, Zam probably does look better.
Yeah, but that was about the same time by the same company.
I feel like that's a stylistic thing.
There's a lot of the digital panning and whooshing that just looks sloppy and bad in this. The backgrounds are supposed to have this weird, like, painted look to them, but it's really low res. Like, that's why I keep saying it. Like, it doesn't look as good. 1, as Zammed, but 2, like, as you would think a 1080p anime movie that is about style and action would look.
I need to, like, go back to check out the backgrounds and stuff.
Because like the backgrounds do have this weird, like, painted look. They don't look sharp and with a lot of line detail like the main characters in front.
Yeah,
and it's got this weird, like,
Brotherhood did the
effect on
same
it.
thing, which is why I don't like the backgrounds in Brotherhood. I don't care for that aesthetic either. So
Chemicals in the water.
Yeah, I feel like the animation on the characters, though.
Yeah, the characters themselves,
stands
though.
out and looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, like the way they move, it's that classic kind of Bones style to, like,
Some
how
parts look really great. Yeah.
Yeah.
With
I mean,
the
like,
character animation. But, like, yeah, you can't even go a whole fight scene without doing a weird motion blur digital pan to them leaning into a movement.
Yeah,
and it's like, this doesn't look great.
Yeah, like because they'll do, like, the digital pan, and then, like, the camera will kind of, like, move a little bit and wobble as if it's handheld, and it's
really bad at faking handheld. It's like PS3 era, like, faking handheld for CG cut, or for, like, say, Resistance 2 cutscene.
Oh yeah,
where the shaky doesn't look good. And more importantly, I know it's a product of that time where they're like, we can finally digitally put in shape to make it look gritty. But it didn't look convincing, one, and then two, it didn't look good.
Okay, so the whole idea of like the handheld look is to give it that kind of like almost like guerrilla, like, you know, like someone's like they're filming the action.
You're a spectator.
Yeah, but like that doesn't really work in the feudal era where cameras wouldn't have existed. So you can't, because like, that shit like works for like a war movie or something, or to hide really shitty choreography in like a Liam Neeson film.
Yes, but, and not this. Yes.
Yeah. But like this, where like, you know, like the choreography is really well done, like the action, like the fights are really visually interesting. But then you have like this shitty kind of
but like
digital wobble.
I mean, the idea of the camera shake can also just be about putting a certain type of energy in a thing. Like think disaster movie.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's supposed to be that sort of thing. But
but I feel
here,
like it's not in service to the visuals.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or
I
the
wish
story
they
or
sort of locked it down. But then like. They're like, we can digitally pan across this and
we have so much power.
We continue the fight over there.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean,
but yeah, some of the individual shots in this look really good.
Yeah.
Like as you guys are saying, choreography and stuff, like seeing the way they flip the blade around in order to strike with a, you know, behind hit, looks really good. Yeah, I hated how many fight scenes in this had that moment where they're like clash, clash, clash. And then they both lean into moving. They start to look like shit, and there's a digital pan to go with it in a really bad motion blur. Like, digital pan looks bad, the motion blur looks bad, they start to lose detail, and then they continue the fight 4 feet to the right. Like, that was non-fucking stop the whole movie, and I'm just like, man, I wish this would fucking do one thing super well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, maybe I need to go back and see Zam, but as I recall, Zam had a shitload of detail, like, and just looked better.
Yeah,
like, I mean, still think there are parts of Zam that look really solid.
I think
based on the Blu-ray version you own that we watched some years ago.
Yeah, I would say with one of the differences, like Zam is a more vivid, like brightly colored. You know, it's more modern. It has you know, and it has a more slicker aesthetic.
Yeah,
here they're going for like a more grounded, muted color, earthy tones kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not a style thing. I really think there's a fidelity gap here.
Maybe I'll have to like bring that. Then again, it could also just be maybe because that Blu-ray's older. It's an older render, and you know, compared to like the Blu-rays that I have for Zammed.
Nope. Yeah, I don't know. I wish it looked better.
Yeah, because like Zammed so long, I really can't even talk about it.
I
think I saw episode 1 and episode 12.
Like Zammed was like the most impressive looking TV series I had seen at that point,
and they poured a shitload of money into it because they sold the exclusivity rights to Sony, and then they reran it, and then they sold it on home release.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like think about fucking Hellsing. That's the same, like, that is also Madhouse.
Well, part of it's from Madhouse.
You're right, then they switched studios.
Okay. Yeah, they switched studios like 4 times.
Yeah.
Think about the Madhouse part. Was that not one of the first couple, like, Ultimate Hellsings?
Yeah, it's like the second studio that...
Ultimate Hellsing would have been around 2010. This was 2008. Ultimate Hellsing looks better than this.
I feel like there's so much less movement in that it's hard to compare them even.
It's really... Because I don't think that's a fair comparison because, you know... Because Hellsing is more stylized, and it does have way less movement. Way less movement.
Okay. I keep hearing aesthetic and stylized. If this were going for if there was a certain aesthetic they were going for here, I fucking missed it. Yes, it has muted tones. Yes, it's desaturated. Yes, it should look more realistic. But at no point do any of the details in any of these things work in service of that. Like, I don't think visually this thing competes. Especially for an anime movie.
I don't know. I think oh shit! I just knocked the headphone out. I think that the animation, like the actual characters, like, you know, because we were talking about the choreography, it looks good. I think the characters models themselves, they stay on model. I think that their movements look great. Like, you know, whether it's just them walking or riding a horse. Well, except for that one scene with the horse ride. There's that
was
one
hilarious.
fucking scene where there's a horse in the background and it's like 3 frames.
Oh, God,
And
what-
I was like, what
what's up
the
with
fuck was wrong with that?
It looked like somebody was playing a game where they needed to mash A really fast to get it to move.
Yeah.
And every time it jumped forward was them hitting A.
Yeah, and okay, yeah, that was the one part that where I can say the end, like the actual animation looks really bad, but I would say the animation looks good in this movie. Yeah, I don't think it looks as good as Damned, but that was like a Sony exclusive, OVA digital or net series or whatever.
Yeah,
you
I'm
wanna call
just
it.
trying to think of like every Madhouse movie I've seen. Or Bones.
Bones. Yeah, they don't really do that many movies, so it's hard to pick those out. We are actually
that's
looking
true.
through
They
all of
just
them.
do a ton of
Now
series,
I
right.
really want to go watch Conquer, because I have Conquer Shambhala on Blu-ray. I haven't watched it on Blu-ray yet.
Yeah.
So I really
I think that could compete with this to be the less good-looking movie.
Yeah, because that was 2004 probably,
Ooh.
or maybe 2005.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was a couple of years before this.
Really? 2000? Wow.
Yeah, because I remember so it's around 2004, 2005. I want to say is when that came out.
SPF,
Yeah, it was around that era. So I mean, I'm curious because and that has like similar character designs to this movie, as well as the same kind of muted color palette and and atmosphere. So like
until it doesn't.
yeah, until things start going full FMA. But yeah, I figure like those two would actually be worth comparing, and I kind of because I do think Conqueror Shambhala looks really good. So
I
would
remember it looking really good, but unlike the same thing where I'm confident, I can't be confident in that. So yeah, I would be interested in us checking that out. But just to make the point of Sword of the Stranger doesn't look that great when the whole thing's a dog shit movie that no one should watch.
Yeah, I mean,
Except
like
for-
the aesthetic alone isn't going to save this movie, even
Yeah.
if it did look great.
Yeah. Let's say you love fight scenes in anime.
Mm-hmm.
I still couldn't recommend this to you because it's like 80 minutes. Like, assuming 20 minutes.
look,
being the most generous,
look.
it's 20 minutes.
If it's another $10 one, you can get that. Use the fast forward button. Don't be ashamed of it.
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody does it once in a while.
okay, the thing is though,
I hope you're wrong.
this is a brand new Funimation release. It's probably going to be like $20 to $30.
Actually, now that you mention it, Bob,
Uh-huh.
I do recall that Rosa-chan says she watches anime and fast forwards. So maybe people are doing this that I just didn't know.
Right?
I want to get to the good bits.
It's over. Good. The best bit, where Sword of the Stranger ends.
No, because the music was still shit.
No. Literally, like the DVD stops.
And it just spits itself out of the console and just dies.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I couldn't recommend this to anyone. Jay from Halcyon, what would you recommend this to anyone? How would you recommend it?
I mean, people with standards, no. I mean, if you're like
No.
casual scum, I guess go right ahead. I mean, if you don't give a shit about what you're watching, if you're just like, I like anime and fight scenes, go ahead, have a ball. Because I have a feeling this is a movie that a lot of people are going to like, and I mean, I imagine if you're 16, you don't have a good sense of quality anyhow.
See, he's doing it again.
I don't give a shit.
That's
Fuck
the
'em.
WeeaBoots drinking game. If you're 16 and it comes out of Halcyon's mouth, take a shot. You get one per episode. Well, except for when we cover good stuff.
Yeah.
Which, man, the tail end of the last run of WeeaBoots really didn't do a whole lot of that.
Yeah, no,
We're like, fuck you guys, we're watching Echo.
Yeah, I was about to say, we watch a lot of garbage, and it's usually that, like, I mean, yeah, if you're like 16 and you don't have fucking standards, have a fucking ball.
2 shots this episode.
I don't give a shit. I hope they get wasted and die.
Bob, who would you suggest this to, and how, or would you even suggest it?
I mean, yeah,
Let's theoretically make up some sort of casual acquaintance you have. Maybe you work with them or something. Now, if you worked with some sort of disgusting weeb, would you
Trying not to say that word that sets Bob off.
if you worked with that, would you recommend it?
I mean,
And how would you do it?
like, it's weird. I feel like it's somewhat worth watching because I really enjoy those fight sequences, but you have to like totally just put yourself on autopilot for the rest of it. It's not worth watching it from a story standpoint at all.
No.
So I'm like,
watch a Kurosawa film.
If you know someone who literally just wants to watch something for fight scenes, like doesn't care about anything else, that's what I recommend it to. Like that's it.
Yeah, and I understand.
Like, I mean, I'm that way some of the times. I'm glad I've seen this movie, but it's not a good movie.
I feel like in the world of anime, there's so many better things to recommend for fight scenes.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of like a specialty of anime in a lot of ways, like cool fights.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I feel like
specifically if you want samurai, go watch Ninja Scroll. I know you haven't seen Ninja Scroll, goddammit.
Stop telling me to watch Ninja Scroll in the middle of this episode. They get it. I haven't seen it.
And I feel like Samurai Champloo probably pulls it off better because it has so much more style.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah. Hell yes.
It also
go
watch
watch
interesting ideas for fights.
Right.
I feel like this kind of suffers from that. Like, one of the more interesting ideas for a fight is they tumble off of a thing.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want to see, like, Bones kind of, like, just, Bones-specific style of great action sequences, go watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like, that's a much better representation, I think, of Bones' action sequences.
Right, that's probably their tour of force on that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's
when did Brotherhood come out?
Many years after
2009.
Wait, what?
Yeah, because it's FMA 2009 is what people... it's 03 and 09.
He's right, because we started GigaBoots in 2010, and I know for a fact that shit came out before GigaBoots.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow, I thought that was for some reason.
That first episode of Brotherhood looks a lot better than this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Brotherhood was a really great looking series.
Like, every anime is like budget for the first episode. So
right, that's kind of cheating.
That's why we watch 4 or 3 episodes in WeeaBoots, so that way we could get to when they start cutting back the budget. I knew it! You little shits! Or, they introduced 5.
Yeah,
Terran Residence, if we did 4 episodes, we would have been like, what a great anime. Well, maybe not.
What an okay anime.
What a very watchable anime in that episode.
Yeah. With some really morally gray ideas.
Yeah. Oh man, would I recommend Terran Residence? I would recommend Terran Residence over Sword of the Stranger.
Look,
at
Sword
least
of the Stranger ends within 100 minutes. Terran Residence does not end
within 100 minutes. No.
Yeah, no.
And if you think about it a lot, it doesn't.
No, it really doesn't.
We're still bringing it up, so in essence, it still hasn't ended.
And we'll forget about Sword of the Stranger tomorrow, so it's fine.
Yeah. We still remember Terran Residence, unfortunately. That's just going to stick with us for life.
That ending was incredible when they met on the dirt road with the choppers going overhead. That was incredible. It was a really great delivery on what that movie was, that anime series was about. What a great conclusion.
Yeah.
They had ideas, and they really delivered on them. I just fucking terrorize it. It's just so we're clear. The reason why I'm thinking about it nowadays.
Are we going to make the Terran Residence drinking game now to go along with everything else?
Oh man, a WeeaBoots drinking game would be hilarious to make. But yeah, Terran Residence. I actually found out an artist I follow on Twitter is a fan of Terran Residence.
Did they only watch the first 2 episodes?
No.
Oh.
They spoke of it in a way where they really, really liked that series. Which I suppose artistically it's all right.
Yeah, I mean, there's some great moments in it. I don't think the series completely derails until 5 shows up.
But that's 5 episodes in.
Yeah, so there's 4 episodes that are legitimately great shit. You're like, I'm watching a good anime, and then episode 5 hits, and you're like,
I'm watching some Death Note wannabe garbage.
That doesn't even, that's the thing though, Death Note actually
what's
makes
worse,
sense.
the Death Note anime or Terran Residence?
Oh, Terran Residence by a fucking mile.
But Death Note anime is ruining something that was once amazing. So it operates on a whole nother level.
Thing is though, the Death Note anime is still perfectly adequate as a...
I stopped watching it pretty fast. I was like, I'm not going to sit around while you fucking do this.
Like, it's visually interesting. It's got some great animation.
It's visually retarded. Did you see him eat that potato chip?
Yeah. And it's got
check out his swim lessons?
It's got great music. It is a legitimately great score.
Yeah.
No, that's there's a reason we used a lot of that music in some of our videos.
Yeah, like that score is fucking amazing. It's so damn good.
It's really good. It's really good.
I thought I would say the score.
Wasn't there one intro or outro theme, like the first one, that was kind of forgettable?
Yeah, like the original intro and outro were forgettable. Then Maximum the Hormone shows up in the second half and it's fucking metal as shit.
They kicked out the door. They're like, "Hello, you lip-dick motherfuckers! We're here to make your anime themes." And they're just like, "Who are you badasses?" Because I feel like they didn't know.
That anime introduced me to my favorite band. So that alone.
Okay, there you go.
That gives it more value than Terran Resonance any day. So yeah, Death Note is worth watching for its music, and Sword of the Stranger isn't worth watching at all.
Unless you're Bob, in which case you'll forget everything else in your life is meaningless. You didn't need those 80 minutes. The
102 minutes.
No. The 80 minutes are the part where you just become one with the universe.
Look at your phone.
Not that Bob does this, but Bob would probably suggest that you're into weed.
I imagine like if you're high or you're drunk, like you can just kind of coast through the shitty, non-existent parts of this movie.
I've never watched anime while high or drunk. That might make some things more tolerable.
Dan becomes like this horrible fucking pothead now for every WeeaBoots podcast from here until the end of time.
I now realize why there's so many pot doing, man. You can tell I'm really up with it. Pothead anime fans.
Are there a lot of stoner anime fans? Because my reference for anime fans are those people who annoy me at conventions and you guys. So.
Oh, in your comment section.
Do your comments typically bring up weed?
I actually have had a couple of people mention weed, like, "Yo, Xeon, you smoke weed?" I'm like, "No."
Yes, but only the dankest. So if you want to give me some really high quality weed that I won't sell for box sets.
Right.
Somebody's like, "This is oregano," and you're like, "God damn my fucking fans."
Trolling pieces of shit.
Nah, I think they're legitimately smoking oregano.
They're that dumb. Oh
Somebody
no.
duped them. Now I have my own theoretical shitlord anime fan. But yeah, in any case, thanks for watching this episode of WeeaBoots Crime.
Go watch Redline.
Thanks for listening to this episode of WeeaBoots. Go check out our video game coverage on GigaBoots.com or on YouTube, and consider becoming a patron. Jay is Hail Xeon on YouTube, and our theme song is Android by Luckhash. Go check out more music by Luckhash at www.luckhash.com.
Summer Soul!
GigaBoots has been brought to you by the remarkable generosity of Nicholas Cameron and Vincent Pover. And Cywolf. Go to patreon.com/GigaBoots and support GigaBoots today.